Hello everybody. Now, it's been a while since I said I was back, but trust me, I have tried to record things and Mandycam's gone wrong over and over and over again. It should be resolved now though. Just gonna quickly test. Unbelievably, I have cracked it. It is working. Alright, and I thought I'd start off with one of my favourite games I've ever made. It's up there with Time Splitters 2 and both the Dungeon Keeper games. And impressively, those are the only real things I recall off the top of my head as being the games I've really enjoyed. But, yeah, now anyone who does know Paradox Grand Strategy games will know this is probably going to take a very long time if I was to play through the entire game. As a result, I'm going to set myself out a goal, which I'll explain when we get into it, and once that goal is ended, I'll end off this Let's Play, because I don't want a 300-part LP is the first thing I start on my channel. In Master and multiplayer stuff will be going up around this, because, you know, playing with people at the weekends. Alright, I don't have the two latest DLCs, or the two latest big DLCs anyway, which would be... what are they, Sons of Abraham and Rajas of India, which means I can't actually play anyone that's in India at the moment. None of these people are actually playable by me until I get the DLC. I've not tested whether you can potentially marry into their, become part of their culture, and then play as an Indian. I'm not sure if that works. I've yet to actually give that a try. It has been a little while since I played this game in the latest version because I went back to play some mods. But I do have the old gods, which allows us to start all the way back with all these Norse religions. It's probably my favourite starting point, just because the world being so divided, a lot more things can happen. Whereas if you go to anywhere where it's a bit more organised, especially this Holy Roman Empire, that's a very hard target to crack, along with France. Whereas here, it's all divided up to these small kingdoms that will keep exchanging hands. It's quite interesting. But what I am going to do on this Let's Play is I'm going to take over a Norse region. Norse being one of the pagan religions at the time. That has its advantages and disadvantages. And I'm going to take the Norse religion and reform it. Assuming everything goes according to plan anyway. The question is who to play as. This guy actually starts off with one of the things I need for the religious reform, so I think I'll start off as this guy. I'm technically a count, aren't I? Yes. That can change. I'll gobble up these tiny little nations. Okay, so I'm going to go in here as, this is probably the problem with me playing Norse. I'm going to go in as a ruler design character, because he actually looks like, yeah, 77, he's going to die. I'd rather play as someone who's going to last me a little bit. Randomize that face a bit. Okay, no miracles are going to happen, my guy's not going to look nice. I would give you a beard, although it's a young beard, so it won't look right. When it's older, it'll look better. I can hear that flag, it's a cool enough looking symbol. Okay. And we shall be me. And I shall name all my firstborn sons after me as well, because I like seeing dynasties with a lot of extra letters after their, extra numbers after their name. Right, education. I generally go for a diplomatic character. Everyone likes you that way, so I think I'll go for that again. A Great Eminence. You do want your martial to be quite high as well, though, because the more martial you have, the more essentially, you know, the soldiers you'll have. Alright, I'll take it wounded. I'm gonna min-max a little bit here. Yeah, basically wounded will heal and give me an actual bonus after it heals, so it's a stat you can afford to take at the beginning of the game. Most of the stuff out there you really don't want to take. Lustful, that's always nice. Do I want slothful? Slothful lowers my diplomacy, so I don't really want that. Nor shy. Not arbitrary, because that's just an awful stat. Yeah, sure, I'll take cynical. Possibly not the greatest ability to take for the guy who's planning to reform the religion, but I'll get it to work. Trusting, increase my diplomacy, I'll take that. Where the hell's patient? Oh, they changed patient. Used to give you a minus to your age, so it was a good thing to take. But yeah, not anymore. Actually, I'm 16, which is the youngest you can be, so I could still raise some stats. It's gonna raise my health a little bit. Let's increase how long I'm gonna live, and my stewardship. No, stewardship can stay pretty low. I want to raise my martial. Actually, things up here that give me martial, I gotta check. Would they actually be better to take? I think it might be worth taking Wrath. And then perhaps lowering. Yeah, 25 is not a bad age to start as, especially with a little bit of increase in health. Actually, oh, I'm wounded, that's why. No mind. That'll fix itself. Right. Yeah, that seems good enough to me. He hasn't really got any positive traits, but I can pick some stuff up as we go along. I got a good education. And Steam is now blocking my start button. So, Normandel. Now, I'll try and explain how the game works as we go along, because it is a very complex thing, it being a paradox grand strategy after all. And I might as well start off with the goal of this Let's Play. So I'm currently a 2-county count. I have this land, this is my territory, and it's completely changed what I was wearing. But I look slightly cooler, so I'm not going to complain. Our goal is to essentially take over this other territory, and to eventually reform the religion, which you can see here. In order to reform the religion, we need a lot of moral authority. 50% I think you need to reform. I don't actually see the option to reform at the moment, but I think that's because I need to be, I can't just reform as a count. I think I need to be like a king or something before it gives me that option. But, as you can see, 30%, we need 50%, which you can gain the modifier in certain ways. But the easiest way is to increase moral authority by taking the holy sites. Now, currently we actually have one of the holy sites. As I said, we will start with one. And 2 other sites are owned by Norse lords, so they are giving us also extra on moral authority. However, these 2 are under the control of Catholics, from the looks of it. And thus we must go there and slay them. Now I get up the religion menu. Isn't showing Norse though, is it? Okay, it is. Yeah. Okay, so all these white squares, so you've got white territories, I guess. See, we have one here. These are the territories we need to capture in order to reform the religion. That is one of those down there. It took me ages to find that one before. Yep, in Zealand, and now it's showing me the Catholic ones. Let me fix that. Yep, and the hardest one probably to get would be this one here, just because it's in Europe itself. And thus I'll have to fight off Catholics, although Holy Wars makes them a slightly easier thing to get rid of. Okay, and as you see, we are in the Netherlands, and most of the other people in the Netherlands are also Norse. Which is going to be beneficial to us, because we can wage wars slightly easier that way, I believe. Yeah, we can just declare subjugation wars. Because you need valid reasons in this game to declare war. And subjugation is a valid basic strategy for pagan lords, which we are one. Okay, cancel. People don't like me very much. Let's try and get people on my council to fix that. This is not a very good list of candidates. I might have to go ahead and fix that. Trying to improve my relations, I suppose. I haven't got any actual other lords at the moment, so I don't think I can really do much. Any vassals anyway. So I'm going to try and make the people over here like me, because he's probably going to be the major power over here that builds up. So I don't want to be on bad terms with him. Although possibly it's going to take too long for us to even meet for it to matter. Training troops, we can use all men. I don't think anyone wants to revolt yet. Nope. Cultural technology. generally study technology. I like to do. I think it's arranged now. Yeah, it's arranged, so I can't just go to Constantinople and steal all their technology because they're quite advanced. Okay, misclicked and put him there. Alright, I can't actually move him, so I suppose that place I'll have to do. And you research cultural tech. Ambition. Get married is generally the first one you want to do, because the first thing you want to do is get married, because you need to continue on the dynasty. Possibly someone who doesn't hate me would be a good idea. And also someone who's not a child. She doesn't... Okay, she just looks a bit funny, but she doesn't actually have any negative trait. She is 28, that's older than me. I don't really want that. Although actually, being a Norse, I can just take a load of concubines, so it doesn't matter too much. She is cruel. Oh, chaste. I don't really want that. Hedonist, that works. Alright. You there. You shall be married to me. And that should hopefully fix up most of these problems. Alright, see how well the game runs. I speed it up. It's got a lot of stuff to simulate, especially the expansion recently added in all this territory, so a little bit difficult. Okay. 1 gold or 50 prestige. 1 gold is nothing, so I will take the prestige. Prestige doesn't have a great effect, but it will make people like me a little bit more. Oh, I do have some vassals. Oh, okay. I'll have to look at that in a second. Next one has a son. Basically, you get rewards when you complete your ambitions, and they also tend to give you bonuses towards things. Having a son gives me a... I don't actually gives me a better chance of having a son, but it increases my fertility at least. Yeah, it's actually just like average acquaintance sort of terms actually with my wife. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and award honorary titles. You are very important to me because you hold the holy site. You're also a vassal, so you have a little bit of power, so I should probably also make you like me. Here we go, my Chancellor. They're always useful to have. You can also like me. I can actually probably keep the game running as I'm doing these. I don't think anyone's going to try and assassinate me this early. It was such a small thing. I had actually died though before this early from having the wounded trait and then getting ill like straight away, and I guess I must have picked a frail character or something. I don't know all the in and outs of this game, but I have played it for about 100 hours or something now, so I'm I got the hang of it. I could anyway. I haven't really done much with the latest patch. I had a massive empire at one point. I heard they changed how some things work, so possibly it won't go so well for me this time, but just kind of get this out to everyone. Nope, I'm out. Okay. Alright, we might as well start checking over things such as help take that to stop auto-stop plots. To have enough gold. Alright. We currently have 595 men. We have a possibility of doing 836. Plus the mighty 3 that I can raise for my vassals. Okay. Oh, okay. This guy who doesn't even very much like me saved my life, so... Well, thank you for that, random person. Alright. I might not wait for my military to build up a bit, but I might as well start seeing who the guys I can invade nearby. 385 currently. You can have a... So I could probably deal with him pretty easily. This is also another 1 territory guy, so... Both of these guys aren't going to be incredibly difficult. 341. Yeah, I can probably take both of these guys relatively easily. I could start expanding over here, although, could I actually... I can declare a subjugation war on him. How good's this guy? He looks more like a martial leader, although I could just check his stats to make sure of that. Yeah, he's got the same martial as me. He can probably raise some troops. Yeah, 528 max. I am going to quickly go above, though, so... I think expanding around the coast, though, might be the best idea. Although... Possibly... Actually, I've already taken this revolt menu off so I can see the countries a bit easier. Possibly moving in here, though. It limits his expansion. Means he's either going to expand into me, or he just won't be able to expand as much. Maybe I'll take this guy. There's a bit of a wall between us there. Yeah, 9. This guy is going to have pathetic. Oh, not pathetic, but no wonder. Jeez, who appointed a 77-year-old man to travel across the bloody Norway and go steal some technology?